Hello, welcome back to Reelchoice movie review. This is Joe. I was looking for a good horror movie on an app that I have called Tubi TV. Free movies and free shows, series and whatnot. And I wrote a list out and went with Treehouse, a movie called Treehouse, which stars J. Michael Troutman, who's been in 96 Minutes, and A Resurrection. Also stars Darcy Melanie, who's been in Jurassic City and Glassjaw. This is a horror movie, which had a great beginning to it. It was real suspenseful. It opens with a girl, played by Darcy, who is looking for her younger brother throughout the house. And it kind of gets a little suspenseful there, a little creepy, and she can't find him and decides to go out into the woods, and then she hears some yelling out there, and she's got a gun and she's barefoot and she's running through the woods, and she ends up stepping on some glass and falls, and that's where the scene cuts. Then next scene is some teenagers running for PE, and the usual things that happen with teenagers. They start picking on each other, starting fights, and one kid, J. Michael Troutman's character, gets picked on by some bullies, and his brother takes care of it the next day. And as this is all going on, they end up hearing about some missing kids in the woods. And J. Michael Troutman's character and his older brother decide to go investigate in the woods. And they go on a motorcycle. Actually, I think they weren't investigating. They went to go party with some girls. The friend and the girls don't show up, so they decide to take a walk around the woods, and they find this tree house that they climb, and that's where they find Darcy Melanie's character hiding behind some furniture, objects. And she's very terrified, and they give her something to drink, and she can barely talk, and she just kind of suggests that there's something to be very afraid of out there. And at this point, it's already dark, and the older brother decides to go get help, leaves the younger brother with a wooden board to protect the girl. And then as they're waiting, the younger brother has a walkie-talkie, the older brother has the other one, and he keeps calling for his brother, and he doesn't get nothing in return. And then that's when the girl informs J. Michael Troutman's character that there's something very bad out there. It gives you the idea that there's some kind of a freaky creature out there, and it's really, you're just in suspense, waiting to figure out what's going to happen and what this creature's going to be. Although it turns out to be nothing like that. And I was kind of on the fence about the movie. Once I figured out what it was that was terrifying these kids, I was kind of like, oh, really? And but then, I kept going back and forth because it started to get good for other reasons. So it wasn't a completely bad movie. I kind of liked it once it ended. But it's an unusual horror movie. When you think of horror, you think of movies, that deal with some kind of either an extreme end, gore and blood and killing, or on the other end, demonic or ghostly. This was neither. So I think I'm going to give it 2.5 stars. It kept me interested, and it wasn't all that bad. Treehouse, starring J. Michael Troutman and Darcy Melanie. That's the review for tonight on Reelchoice Movie Reviews. This is Joe, signing off. Hope you enjoy the movie.